Let's listen to the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Kodria Frimpong. Yesterday, he addressed the press at the Eliza Hotel together with Alexander Kwame Napenyomake and some other top brass of the NPP, keeping themselves together still in opposition. Very, very demure, if you ask me. 25 minutes after 8. Listen.
The committee led by Reverend Professor Iroma Kukwe submitted their report to National Council. National Council accepted the report, but there are several steps that we need to take as a party. And key among the discussions that we had at National Council, and also based on the summary evening presentation that was done by Professor Michael Ironkwe, there will be a need for some constitutional amendment. So based on that, the National Council has constituted a 9-member committee to look at Professor Michael Kwe's report, particularly emphasis on where issues of proposals or amendment has to be made to our constitution. We have just received the report today. We are yet to go into the details of what is entailed in the report. In the coming days, whatever we have to bring out to discuss or to communicate to our supporters or our members, the rank and file of our party, we do so. But we want to caution members of our party not to be in the haste to say things which are not even in the report, and for people to make several assumptions, to even make accusations and counter-accusations on social media, in the media. There is only one report, and that report is with National Council. As part of deliberation at National Council also, the party will be embarking on a thank you tour from next week, which we refer to as giving thanks to God in all things. In all things, we give thanks to God. And we are showing appreciation to the Almighty God for the elections, though it didn't go in our favor, but we are going around to express our appreciation to the rank and file of our party. As part of reorganizing our base, we are also going to embark on membership drive, which the various regions will have the details as to how we are going to go about the membership drive. Again, we don't want people to go out and distort facts. We don't want our members to make irresponsible statements. We are cautioning our members. The report is in. We are yet to even deliberate on the report. So people should be very circumspect in their utterances and their discussions. We are one family, and the most important thing is unity in the party. The committee led by Reverend Professor Iroma Kukwe submitted their report to National Council. National Council accepted the report, but there are several steps that we need to take as a party. And key among the discussions that we had at National Council, and also based on the summary evening presentation that was done by Professor Michael Ironkwe, there will be a need for some constitutional amendment. So based on that, the National Council has constituted a 9-member committee to look at Professor Michael Kwe's report, particularly emphasis on where issues of proposals or amendment has to be made to our constitution. We have just received the report today. We are yet to go into the details of what is entailed in the report. In the coming days, whatever we have to bring out to discuss or to communicate to our supporters or our members, the rank and file of our party, we do so. But we want to caution members of our party not to be in the haste to say things which are not even in the report, and for people to make several assumptions, to even make accusations and counter-accusations on social media, in the media. There is only one report, and that report is with National Council. As part of deliberation at National Council also, the party will be embarking on a thank you tour from next week, which we refer to as giving thanks to God in all things. In all things, we give thanks to God.
In all things, certainly give thanks to God. Noble Crosby Annan was a man on the ground yesterday. He had a microphone, and the microphone was pushed onto the ground. Noble, good morning. How are you?
Johnny, good morning.
Did you deliberately put your microphone at the tip of the table, the edge of the table, so that it could fall off, or what? What happened?
Every microphone you see there was put there randomly.
Okay.
So, in fact, that was not the place they intended to address the press.
Okay.
There was no indication they would address the press before they addressed the press.
Okay.
You know that when there's the NEC meeting and the National Council meeting, the media is not invited. But media houses go there with the anticipation that after the meeting there'll be some form of address to happen. So exactly what happened yesterday, it was held in Alisa Hotel, and this was not the room where the meeting was held.
Right.
So when the meeting ended, the media was called that, an announcement, media. So the media was called to come, that the General Secretary would address the media.
Right.
And then there was an arrangement to come to this room, also in Alisa Hotel. And then we're told that, okay, so they will sit here, so put your microphones there.
Right.
So all media houses present put their phones, microphones, recording devices, there. And then these gentlemen and women came, the General Secretary seated in the middle, flanked by Apeyoma Akin to his left, and the national organizer to Apeyoma Akin's left, and then our man. I understand he's the vice chairman of the...
I didn't even know.
So he was also seated to the right of the... the right of the General Secretary. So it was a press conference that began normally, like how every press conference would begin. He started by acknowledging...
Some begin abnormally.
Say again.
Some begin abnormally.
Yeah, some do. So he acknowledged...
The way he's describing it.
He acknowledged the presence of the media. He spoke about what happened today, why the need for the NEC meeting, and then now they've had in fact, everything you've played. So just when he ended, and then he was transitioning to either speak Chi or let the minority leader also speak, was when our brother in white, sisters, you know him? The money.
No, I was not born then.
No. Oh, my brother. This one is an old man. He's gray head.
Oh, he doesn't look that old.
Oh, his gray beard. Oh, you know.
A gray old.
beard.
This man is not up to 50.
Oh, no, please. He's more than 50.
Oh,
Helen, he'll be more than 50.
Like
he go shock
72
you.
or something.
He go shock you. This man is not more than 50.
Helen, he'll be more than 50.
He's not more than 50.
Oh, Helen.
If anything else,
Crosby, what's his name?
50 years. Pepe.
Okay. So, Crosby, you were saying, so the great beard man with wearing white.
So you can see in the video that he signaled to Krobia.
So there's like the biggest in the room, right? In terms of body size.
He's not, none of
No,
these.
he's
Oh,
not.
no. Look at the stomach. No. Okay. All right. So Crosby. So what happened? What happened?
The
Next?
stomach is bigger. The Crosby stomach is bigger than the stomach.
No, and then. Oh. 34 minutes after 8. Crosby, what did you say?
So he first signaled to Krobia. Mind you, the microphone, TV3's microphone was not put there later. It was there when they began the press conference. So
He captured the press conference.
So what was he whispering to the General Secretary?
So when he told Krobia that TV3's microphone is there,
He spoke in English.
So it was a whisper into Krobia's ear that
Okay.
TV3.
So go back, Kunzo. Let's listen to that portion of the tape, that specific portion. Yeah. He spoke to. He said TV3 4. No, no. Play it again. Like, Kunzo, play it again. Play it again.
That actually. Okay. 3-4 no.
So he said TV3 4. Helen, did you hear it?
Loud and clear.
So
No,
he
wait,
started
wait.
talking about the tree. I think they
so
wanted
it's
him to do tree.
Kodia, that's what.
Kodia he wanted to translate what he had said in English for the benefit of the tree speaking stations.
And then this happened.
And then
Crosby, wait, hold on. Let's listen to the tape. What he said to Crosby after Crosby had said 3-4.
He can't say it's okay. So minority leader actually. Okay. 3-4 no. Unfortunately, we cannot. So. Please put it down.
So that's where the microphone after he.
But it wasn't Krobia who said TV3 4 no.
No. So
Krobia
Krobia said 3-4 no.
Yeah.
So he was going to transition into 3. Crosby, is that
tree,
correct?
yes.
And then the man in white, the big man in white, he said TV3 4 no. And then subsequently pushed down the microphone.
Yes.
And then, you could see Krobia, Nana B, and in fact,
Apeyomake, his
leader.
reaction was the loudest.
Okay, but then when he said TV3 4 no, you could hear Kodia say, unfortunately. He was going to say, unfortunately, that's what I'm assuming.
So
that unfortunately, to me, we cannot engage. He was going to say that.
that was not.
What was he going to say? Were you in his mind?
So you can hear him.
Okay.
What he said was that when they wanted to let Apeyomake speak, and then Apeyo initially was hesitant to speak. So you can hear Kodia saying that unfortunately the minority leader cannot say, in fact he said it even later, that the minority leader cannot say that he will not speak. So
Okay.
that was what that was what Kodia was talking about.
Okay.
So he
when
wasn't going to react to our microphone.
No, not at all.
So the microphone that fell, the gentleman in
Was
the brown,
pushed down.
the gentleman in the brown, was pushed down. Okay, because they said they were adjusting it. Was that the case?
You can
But we
see
are
that,
watching the video.
You can see that the man in white, when he spoke to Krobia came to whisper into the ear of Apeyomake.
Okay.
And Apeyo signaled that something that seemed, Jai, leave there. Don't do anything. You understand? So while that went on, then the vice chairman, he stretched his stand and then he pushed it down. Just like you're seeing right on social media.
Okay.
When he pushed it down, Krobia made a comment that I think no person this is and no person moving a kakra.
No, that was not Krobia who said the man in the brown. Is it
yeah.
Krobia?
Yes.
Okay.
So when Krobia made that statement,
What was his position in the party?
I think he's a deputy comms, one of the deputy comms directors.
Okay. Like Usu Bempa kind of.
Well,
occasion.
yes.
Okay.
So when Krobia made that statement, you can clearly hear the man say that there be Nami Piato form.
Oh.
So
he said that.
Play it. You hear it.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
When you play, you hear it.
So what happened to the microphone? Is it in good shape?
Well, yes, it is. It is fine. He was able to carry out the assignment he went to do.
I see. Okay.
But if you play it one more time, and then you hear the there be Nami Piato form.
Yeah. So. Can someone bring the mic for us? Will be brought out for all of us to know and to prepare ourselves. So I want to thank you for joining us this evening. It's not minority leader will also say something. At least the mighty minority. He can't say it's okay. So mighty minority leader actually. Okay. 3-4 no. Unfortunately, we cannot. So. Please put it down. Yeah.
So he was deliberating. Yeah, me had to form. I was pushing it away. I see the doyens of media freedom and media pluralism. Wow. Another will be very happy about the repeal of the criminal libel law. Hey. I see. Well.
It's the lady for me, though.
Welcome back.
It's the lady for me because the way she opened her eyes wide to look at this gentleman, she was not impressed.
Sixtus, welcome back.
I mean, you watch her; she was
Thank
mortified.
Yeah. Helen, it's okay. Sixtus, welcome back. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you very much.
So Crosby, what else do you want to tell us about the report? Did you see the report?
No. The report, they say it's only one report and it's with the National.
It's only one copy.
Oh,
Yes, one.
There's no photocopy of it.
Not yet.
The party general secretary doesn't have the report.
It is with the National Council.
National Council.
Yes, of the party. Any other copy you see is fake.
No, but I think it's an effort to control the content circulation of the report. You would recall that the NDC under the Kwesi Boche
right, the Kwesi Boche report,
committee also did the same thing. There was a title laid over the report. In the media, it was difficult to tell what exactly, and in fact, I think even up to today, I'm not sure we have the full report of the Kwesi Boche committee and its hearings. And so the important thing is to pick out, that is, if the party is true to itself,
right,
to identify the real causes of the problem. And this thing that you see, everybody is trying to say, oh, it was the flag bearer who did this, it was the flag bearer who didn't do that, it was this person who did this. But that committee's job is then to find out what exactly happened in that election.
Hold that thought. Dr. Mwakuba is joining us on the phone line. He is a political scientist. Doc, good morning. Thank you very much for your time.
Good morning.
The New Patriotic Party, is it still your beloved party?
No.
So,
To be honest with you, it isn't.
pardon, sir?
I said I should be honest with you, it isn't anymore.
So you have left the New Patriotic Party, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I can say I'm never going back. I'm never, and there are so many people even today in like-mindedness. So they don't tell the truth. Even this what exercise they are doing to clean themselves up is a fun. You understand? And not doing it properly. It is not honest. How come one of the members of the ruling party, who used to be a super, and his own MP booted him out, is the one who is writing the report? The MP said they didn't want Marketing because he ran roughshod over them. These are their words. So the president should change him. The president said, no, he's the one I want. As if he's the one working with him. And so, I suspect some of the NPP members voted for Batman, and he won.
I see. Now, Doc, let's... well, this literally has thrown me out of balance because I thought I was going to speak with an NPP stalwart to ask what the way forward was going to be. But I'm sure that you've been monitoring the activities of the NPP. Yesterday at the press conference, Professor Michael Quay was there, General Secretary was there, Minority Leader and some other party executive were there. They are confident that they will bounce back stronger in trying to rebuild. What is your view?
I doubt it very much. Because if you look at the list of people who came there, who were there, they are the ones who caused the trouble. You see? And they are the same ones receiving the report to do what with. Why? Michael Kerr was part of the government. He could have advised the president in time. This is the very reason why I was running for national chairman, to be able to influence the decisions by the president. But people didn't understand. They thought just post that you are looking for what? National chairman, what would it be for me? But I wonder, I love the party and I thought I could make a difference. But pointing things out to the president, it didn't work. So that was it. I cannot tell what MPP should do to come back. I don't know. But what they are doing for sure is not going to work. It's not enough. Look, Ashanti region was the biggest problem area. Concentrate on that one. When you finish, go to the next one. Before you know, you're going around the whole country. That's how you do it. Not just a one-time thing. And in Ashanti region, you appoint the leader of the team. He appoints about 20 people, map out the territory, and each one is responsible. If you do it well, by the time you finish, pretty much you would have talked to every supporter. That is what you do. They like that. They will like that. They will appreciate the party more, that they have come to talk to you because you are important. So whilst you are investigating what went wrong, you are at the same time apologizing. Talk to them kindly. By the time you are done, the work is done. But the people who are in charge of the party, they think they are so smart than anybody. So when they decide something, that's it. They don't consult anybody else. And they do what they want. And this is what the party to decide. Can you imagine? Isn't it irony that breaking the age was in 2024, and yet in 2024 was the worst performance of the party? That tells you the party didn't know what it was doing. They didn't even know what hit them until it hit them. It was too late. Break the age and you did the worst. How is that possible? The time you were saying you did the best is the time you did the worst. How is that possible? Let them answer. It means we were asleep at the helm. They believe in their own lies. This is what happened. If you knew the president, you do no wrong. Shenanigans, malfeasance everywhere. Look at ECG. Where was the minister? Where the CEO? What about the board chair? What about the board members? What happened here? Now you come and tell us it was a tradition that was there. What? If it was, okay, you were supposed to break it. What did you do? So don't come and tell me nonsense. What happened? This is why you are paid to do that job.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best.
Now, the party says they want to rebuild. And which stakeholders, for example, should they be looking at? Internally, externally? If you, assuming that you were still part, what would you have advised?
Well, I'm not so part, but I'll tell you something. Those overseas, NPP branches overseas, they had already come to the same conclusion we came to, that you cannot reform this party from within, form a new one. They have come to that conclusion. You understand? That's what they told me. So you don't have to, they told me I don't have to tell them. They know already. This is what happened. People may not say a lot of things, but doesn't mean they don't know anything.
Now, in terms of the stakeholders, how well should they
Your call
embed...
has been put on hold. Please wait.
Doc.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Hello, Dr. Makuba. I think Dr. Makuba put us on hold. But let's talk to Dr. Bernard Tutu-Boateng. Doc, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Great. I'm sure you followed what happened at the Eliza Hotel yesterday after the much-long wait. What are your initial thoughts regarding the presentation of the Professor Michael Quay's report and also the intention of the party to rebuild itself?
All right, Johnny, good morning to you. Good morning to your listeners. And good morning to your production team as well. Yes, I think that the entire exercise regarding the post-election analysis is something that is desirable by any political party, and it is a process that will help any political party to conduct, a kind of SWOT analysis to determine what went well and what went wrong, to equally determine the causes, for victory or loss, and as it were putting, appropriate recommendations that would help the party that field or that became victorious, to work and work well. So I think that it is one of the exercises that, the NPP, who actually suffered defeat in 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, to conduct and to equally inform the party the direction or the new direction that they need to take. So it was something that some of us were expecting that it should be done. I feel also that in Ghana we have these two major political parties, the incumbent NDC and the opposition NPP. And so we cannot afford at any point in time for a party to be in government and will not have a strong opposition. Strong opposition in terms of, responsible opposition, to build this country and to put the government in power on its toes. So it is one exercise that I think that when the NPP does it and does it very well, it will also put them within that tangent. For me, I feel that the report itself will not be a problem, but the content of the problem of the report is what probably would determine whether the NPP would become an efficient, strong, vibrant, and a responsible opposition party.
But then, Doc, it is not possible for you and I to see the report, is it? Because we understand there's only one copy, and that copy will be kept under lock and key for those who need to know it and to see it on that basis.
Yeah, so I am not looking at making the content available to the public.
Why not? Why not?
Media. No, Johnny, I'm building a point, so if you could allow me.
No, I want to understand why you do not think that the report should not be made available to the public.
No, that is the position of the party. And I am equally not in the position to judge, because I'm not in the position of authority to probably say that this, what they have done, is right or wrong. My view is that if the party has something good, to roll out and to implement, we will see the fruits, all right? And so that's why I was talking about the content. Now, to your question as to whether it is right or wrong for them to make the reports, public, for public consumption, I feel that is the decision of the party. They have taken the decision. Probably that is what they feel is right. And so, per their own knowledge and wisdom, it is an issue of secrecy. That is fine. I mean, when you study corporate governance, secrecy is one of them. So that is why certain documents cannot be made public by certain institutions, to individuals. So if they feel that, yes, they are moving within the corporate culture of the NPP, and feel that if that is done, that is what will serve their best interest, I feel that is all well and good.
See.
But I feel that, again, the content of it, is the key thing. And why do I question the content of the reports? I am questioning the content of the report because it will either make the party vibrant, it will make the party credible, it will restore the image of the party going forward in 2028. And so if the content is framed, to suit certain class of people, to suit certain interests, then probably we may be back to square one, with regards to whatever they want to implement. Secondly, I feel that the content is something that would help them to identify the causes of the 2024 defeat. And so if the content is put right, then of course it will help them to actually know the actual cause or the actual causes that led to
all right,
the issues of apathy and all that.
I hear you. Great.
For me, I think that if the party wants to come back strongly, the understanding of the content and the steps that they take is very, very
I think you made that point already, Doc. Thank you. Hold your horses. Let me go back to Dr. Makuba. Doc, do you also share the view that the contents of the report, which has helped to rebuild, looking at all the stakeholders, CSOs, media, other political parties and interested groups, should be kept under wraps and not be made public? What do you think?
No, completely wrong. This is a public forum. Political parties are not private entities. They are the quasi-private. And if you secrecy too much, that secrecy will destroy the party, because as soon as one party go and leak information, you are in trouble. So you try very much not to keep too many secrets. How are you going to do that for all the millions of people who are supporting? How are you going to do it? There's no effective way to do it. I can bet you the things in the report, it's already in the news. We knew it ahead of time. What are you hiding? NPP constitution, what? What does that do? No. Think it out. Let people talk. Let their feelings out. Yes, I'm not saying that you should be doing this forever, but when you try to gag people, things get worse. Look at what the issues Abdul Sampo has brought up. They shouldn't have done that. They should have called her and invite her to come and talk to the disciplinary committee, not threaten her. And then you listen, you show empathy, and then you advise her, okay, you heard what you're saying, you know you're hurt, please hold on to your horses, we will be talking to you again. That's what you do, not what they are doing, threatening people. Yet, at the same time, need people for the party. How are you going to do that? Somebody was saying it's the economy. The economy doesn't run itself. The economy is managed by people, individuals. When we say the economy, why don't we say it's Mr. Bobe who was doing something? This is Bobe. Finance minister was doing something. The president was doing something. That's what you have to pinpoint. Yes, you don't vote for such personality. But in the cumulative, that is what it comes to. Because the anger with one person can affect the party unfavorably. This is how it works. So don't let us behave as if the party can run itself, economies run themselves. No. When they refuse to pay the retirees money, give them haircut. Who did that? Is the economy that did it themselves? No. The insensitive finance minister. Also, people got angry. Good people died. By whose action? By itself? No. So don't talk as if the economy does it automatically.
But the government explained, the government at the time explained that there was COVID, Russia, and Ukraine crisis.
That's bullcrap. You understand? It's enough. That is a dead horse that should be left alone. The whole world wants to do that. Yes, I agree. Things slow down, because if things slow down in other countries, the first time. But in the main, Ghana got more money because of COVID. No less. What happened to it? The Ghana, NPP was the finance minister who told the parliament that we should thank World Bank for giving us money for COVID. 100 and something million they gave us. We clapped for World Bank. It was about 1 week later when the country representative World Bank came and told us that they did not give us 100 million. They gave us 500 million. Where is the money? This is what Haruna Juice was asking. Where is the money? They're stealing everywhere. Stealing. Already we've forgotten what has happened to us. What is the use of the report then? If you can't remember things that happened recently, you have to be told everything again? No. And so please, if you are talking about these issues, talk about it properly for people to know. It is people who make decisions for the country. This is why we elect people. Why we elect them for do nothing? No. They are the one who is going to steer the affairs of the nation. And if they don't do it right, it goes back. When they do it right, it goes well. And I'm telling you today, if you get the right people with the right knowledge, you can fix this country in no time at all. And if you are picking people based on popularity or how good he is, how short he is, how tall he is, we are not going anywhere. That's very simple.
Well, let me bring Dr. Tutubuati into the conversation. So, Doc, Dr. Makoba has raised some key concerns that some of the people who were out there, making public statements like the Honorable Adjoa Safo and many others, some including those who are now pointing accusing fingers at Dr. Bawumia, etc., should have been brought into the conversation so that their ideas could be put into the report to help rebuild the party. What do you say to that?
Johnny, Dr. Tutubuahene.
Yes, Tutubuahene. Sorry about that.
Right. So, yes, that I will agree with Dr. Makiba, right? As part of a process that would give you a very good result, you probably may want to expand, the limits or the scope of the investigation. So it wouldn't be out of place if, the committee had invited aggrieved members of the party, including Adjoa Safo, to listen to their views and probably know where the outliers were and probably give them a sense of what to do going forward. All right. I feel that what has happened. There's no need maybe stoking the fire regarding, the past. What is more important for the NPP party and its members, like Dr. Amakuba and the likes, is that, these expert views should come forth, to help push the party that is NPP forward and make the NPP more vibrant than before. And I feel that Dr. Makumba is one of the powers of the NPP, and he has vast knowledge and vast, political experiences. I understand him regarding certain boundaries that were erected and probably pushing some of them, out of the NPP inner circles. But when you listen to him, it appears to me that, he still has the NPP attached. And if he has...
Well, he says he's no longer a member of the NPP. He just told us at the beginning of this conversation that he has left the NPP.
Yes, I understand. Because, but he keeps making the statement as if he is one of them now. And so that's why I am referring to him as that. But
does it come to you? Sorry, Doc. Does it come to you as a shock that a stalwart like him would leave the political party at such a time when the party actually needs the fine brains to come together to help the party rebuild? He's left. The party obviously has lost. Does it come to you as a shock?
So that was the point I was driving at until you came in to say that he said he's no longer a member of the party, right? So I apologize for that, and I withdraw that statement. But then it wouldn't be surprising to me that the MPP will put up a reconciliation team that will bring people who are disgruntled, people who feel, dropped from the party, and people don't really consider them. I feel that party building is about numbers, as a political science theory will say. And so there is no need for you to lose a single member out of your party. From a political marketing theory, we believe that, look, one voter loss is more than 500 or 1,000 voters lost at the same time. So it is very important and very instructive that, look, certain members who were once stalwarts of the party during the Kufuor regime, during the foundations of the NPP as a party, the party should have a reconciliation committee that probably would visit these people who are alive, speak to them, understand their grievances, and then probably find ways of bringing them back to the party. And I think that it will help. I mean, obviously, certain content of the Equitable report did a similar thing, and it actually, helped the party, unite itself, in opposition. All right, and I feel that it wouldn't be out of place if the MPP, would also adopt such, approach going forward. There are people, when you speak to them, obviously they have that kind of emotional attachment to the NPP as a political party. But for what happened, from 2020, 2021 to 2024, all right, and these were some of the things that clearly people decided, even current members of the NPP decided that, look, we will stay aside. We are not going to vote, so they developed that kind of apathy mentality and apathy intentions, which actually affected the party that much. And I feel that when we even studied 2016, all right, when the NDC lost the election, obviously key constituency of the NDC, such as the Ketu, South constituency, there was a very high level of apathy in there, where the party lost more than 40,000 votes in there, and people were even surprised. All right, but what happened? After the election, now President JDM visited the constituency. People went in there. There was a committee that had to reorganize at the constituency level. And what did we see in 2024? All right, so it is not out of place if the NPP can replicate, such how do you call it, methodology, and then approach it very well, going forward. Because the NPP must come clear as a strong opposition party. All right, we can't afford, to lose them. It wouldn't help us in any way.
So Doc, let me ask you this. You tried to draw parallels between 2016 and 2024 and the aftermath of both elections. Now, in 2020 and 2016, for example, when the NDC lost elections, you didn't see them attack the press. You didn't see them openly threaten people. You didn't see them openly take a certain boisterous posture as you see today. The third vice chairman is on record on another sister station saying that yesterday he deliberately pushed down the microphone of Media General TV3, and the next time it will be to beat anybody who turns up in the name of Media General. That is not how to rebuild, is that?
Yes, I will not subscribe to that kind of behavior. All right. What probably some people within the NPP should know is that every individual, including party members, party leadership, whether you are a ward executive, whether you are a constituency executive, whether you are, how do you call it, a regional or national executive, whether you are a presidential candidate, vice presidential candidate, you are an ambassador of that political party. Your actions and inactions are being observed. All right. And what it means is that these actions and inactions determine people's behavior, the love and hate that people may develop for your party. So it is very important for political party followers, advocates, and the likes should learn to adopt a positive approach to all stakeholders within the democratic divide. And that is what probably will help shape the credibility and image, of a political party. What I want to say here is that, you see, if you have an enemy and you feel that this person is an enemy, get closer to that individual. Don't just rule out your relationship with that individual. Whatever it is, you may need that evil one day. And so for me, I take exceptions to even, I don't even agree to the decision that the NPP probably would single out Media General and say that, look, we don't want to work with you. I mean, the NDC did same to UTV and the Despite Media, and it didn't really help. But finally, the NDC went back, speaking on it, because they needed that. You see, the media is a partner when it comes to political communication and all that. And political communication is a very key thing when it comes to party politics. All right. So your success and failures depends on media communications and all that. And so I feel that it is wrong in the first place for any political party to disassociate itself from any media house. Yes, media houses may have an agenda. They may have story framing and all that, which probably may not be in your interest. But what do? You need to also come up with clear, storylines that will also prove to that media house, that you are a solid political party. Running away from a media house is not a problem solver in any way, and I feel that I will actually, use your medium to appeal, to the management of Media General and the management of the NPP to sit down and talk this issue out, because I feel that it is not something that will help either of the parties in any way. In as much as political parties need a media house, the media house clearly also needs a political party to work and to function very well. All right. So I think that the two parties should come together to settle this. And I also feel that certain boisterous behaviors, that are emerging in our political scenes, especially within the ranks of the NPP and NDC, I think that these behaviors should be checked. All right. Party politics is about winning power. And winning power doesn't mean that probably you use power excessively, to abuse the rights and privileges of other entities. It is not good. I mean, looking at the direction that we are taking in our body politics, I mean, voters are becoming too cynical. They are becoming, retaliatory. And if you are not careful, your actions, they will retaliate and they will punish you. All right. So I feel that, look, it is very important. I mean, that some of us, where we are seated and the things that we are observing between the conflict between NDC and NPP, there should be an amicable solution to this.
But let me ask you, Doc, maybe finally before I let you go, that do you get the sense and do you feel the vibe, as they say on the streets, that the NPP has acknowledged its defeat in the elections and is ready to go into conclave completely so that they can bounce back strongly? Has that point been sent down to those who matter so that their actions publicly will demonstrate same?
Yes, I think that, yes, the flag bearer himself, Dr. Baumia, a day after the elections, when he was conceding the defeat, he indicated, and the words that he used signify that, yes, he himself and the party recognizes the defeat, that they have suffered a huge defeat. And nobody can now run away from that truth, unless that maybe that person is trying to become a hypocrite. But I feel that under this circumstance, you should accept that a beating has taken place, and the beating was so huge. It has actually created some indelible marks, on your body, and so you cannot run away from that when those indelible marks are too visible for people to see. And what is very much important is the fact that in as much as you have suffered defeat, like Azuma Nelson going into a boxing and then suffering defeat, we all saw it, all right? But he came back strongly, trained, and then went back and defeated that opponent.
Great.
I mean, it happens in boxing, it happens in football, it happens in any sport, all right? And so what I feel is that this one, you cannot say that you didn't suffer defeat. If you didn't suffer defeat, you would have still been in power, all right? And the figures are also clear to show that the margins were huge. So you can't deny that fact. And you see, my only problem is that when you sit back and you look at certain accusations, within the party.
All right, sir.
Leveling, accusations against the flag bearer and all that. I feel that, look, this is not the time for it, okay? If the report was written well, you know where it is coming from. Obviously, other studies have been done. The one from Ashanti region that was headed by Chairman Sambusu, what Info Analytics has also presented, so clearly. It points out clear pointers, indicating who were involved and what was done right and what were not done right. There are other ones that this report have not brought up yet, but they are there, clear, and you can see, including the strategic, direction of the campaign,
I hear
the
you, Doc.
direction of the campaign and all that. But I feel that these are things that the party needs to sit and sit very well, discuss them dispassionately, irrespective of whoever is expressing a sentiment.
Great. Doc, we'll have to end it here. Sorry about that. We've spent our time. So we're grateful for your time. Dr. Bernard Tutu Boahin is a political strategist who joined us here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. And we'll have to go for a quick break. But quickly, Helen, your quick thoughts. You had the two gentlemen, both PhD holders who work within the same space, literally, political science, political marketing. What have you to say?
I think Doc summarized it towards the end of his submission about how deeply polarized we are as a people and how we have to come together, reach some type of consensus, and also start to eliminate some of the quote-unquote gutter politics that is permeating the space. It makes it difficult sometimes to really set an agenda that focuses on Ghana. And we still have a lot of problems. We're still combating Galamsey. Right. The poor city is still tired. There are pressing issues that as a country we need to come together to talk about. Some of these things, throwing away of microphone and all of that, I mean, I feel like it sets us back a little
17 minutes after 9 here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Take a quick break. When we return from this break, there's more here because we will be discussing the conversations around the petitions that are pointing towards the possible removal or otherwise of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. There's a Constitution, there's a Supreme Court, and then there's also the public opinion. But which will reign supreme? On return from the break, I'm sure we can find out. Stay with us. This is Sunrise. We'll be right back.
LPG. I am from a jar and hooks. Nanso, sir, and who bet Yamawa, I just said, would you did you may